up, you guys, man? This is College Ball Podcast, man. I appreciate all y'all love, all y'all support. Thank y'all for being here today. This is exclusively on YouTube. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel, turn on that bell so you get notified every time that I drop a pod. So, let's talk today, man. We got a lot of things to get into. Did y'all see that game last night? Miami. Dude, I was watching it last night. Miami had the biggest scare of any scares of all time. They almost lost, almost. It was crazy. There was a controversial, it would have been a controversial catch, non-catch. They threw a Hail Mary, Virginia Tech did, last night at the buzzer. It looked like dude caught it, but on his way down, Buddy had his hand in there from Miami, and he was pulling at it as they're going down. And the dude from Miami is laying out of bounds. So that's another thing that comes into play. He's laying out of bounds and touching the ball, which therefore puts the ball out of bounds. On top of that, the receiver never had full possession of it. He never really did have full possession of it. Craziest game. Cam Ward, though, was sensational. Dude was crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. He put up some amazing numbers, but not just that. That showed how to bounce back, because in the beginning of the game, I mean, he was throwing pick after pick. You know, he had 2 picks in this game, but he had 5 touchdowns total. 4 through the air, 1 on the ground, and he put up over 400 yards. Literally 400 yards of production. Cam Ward, that was a Heisman moment, because it could have been a Heisman deflator for sure. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to their team. Shout out to the squad. Wow. It was a crazy game. I always said, them. You know how you lose? Play a Thursday game either on the road or against a division opponent, because that's a way to lose. I promise you. That is a good way to lose. But they didn't. They didn't. Cam Ward is that guy, and that's why we're gonna go right into segue right into our Heisman ladder. This is the part in the segment of the show where we just do the Heisman ladder. Where's everybody at on the ladder? On the Heisman ladder. So this is where we're gonna start off. Number 1 on the Heisman ladder, which is up here, leave Cam Ward until further notice. We'll see what happens today with everybody else. But Cam Ward's my number 1 guy out of the gate, and he's been that. He's been that since Quinn Ewers got hurt. When Quinn Ewers got hurt, I said, "Oh, there's a new leader in the clubhouse," and so it's really him. Next on the ladder, I'm going to say Jackson Dart from Ole Miss. That's who's next on the ladder. I'm going to say him because his numbers are ridiculous, and he's putting up video game-like numbers. He's going crazy. And so he'll have his moment where it's time to show if you really that or not, but it's not right now. So he's going to stay on this ladder. Next on the ladder, and this is where it gets tricky at, because I'm putting 2 names on the ladder. On the third part of this ladder, because they go hand in hand. One hasn't really separated themselves from the other, and they're both Heisman candidates. They could very well win this thing, depending on how the rest of the season goes. I got Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. I gotta put them both on the ladder. Have to, but they're taking one spot together, because to me, it's lightning, thunder. It's sun, moon. They are inseparable right now. No, neither one of them has separated themselves from each other because one success is tied to the other, and the other success is tied to the other. So it's a mutual thing. I'm gonna put both of them on the ladder, and if in my last spot, the last spot on the ladder, I am putting Dylan Gabriel from Oregon until further notice. I mean, the dude has an 84% completion percent rate, bro. You can't ignore that. On top of that, he's in the top 10 team in the nation. On top of no turnovers. What are we doing? Gotta put him up there. Dylan Gabriel has to be up there. And let's go on to our upset of the week. And I think our upset of the week is going to be Colorado going into Orlando to beat UCF today. They are 14-point dogs in this game. Total over under is 61.5. I'm telling you that Colorado is going to cover the 14 points. And also what I'm telling you is they're going to put up more, their total together is going to be more than 61.5. So take the over on that and take Colorado to win this game. I think Travis Hunter and them, they're going to put on the show. I think Travis Hunter, Shador, they got dogs, man, everywhere on their team. I think they're going to put on the show, man. I do. That's my upset of the week. Colorado over UCF. All right? Do that. And you knew that. All right? So we got for our 5 picks of the week. Trying to win y'all some money. Let's do this. All right, so for my first game of the week, we're going to take, we have Oklahoma State versus Kansas State. It's going to be in Manhattan, Kansas, which is Kansas State's home, of course, as you know. So, it's going to be a very interesting game, and I think it's going to be a tough game. Kansas State is seen as 5.5-point favorites, and the point total is 57.5. Now, listen. If you know how I know, and if you know what I know, Oklahoma State loves these type of games. This is the type of game, a bounce-back game for them. I think Oklahoma State goes in. I think they win this game. I think they cover. And 57.5 is not enough points. They're going to go over 57.5. So I got Oklahoma State winning the game, going on the road, winning the game. And I got them covering and 57.5 over. Take the over. So that is my pick for that game. Now we scroll on down, and we are at Louisville at Notre Dame. So Notre Dame is seen as 7-point favorites. Point total, 46.5. Now, this game is going to be very interesting because I think, I don't know, to pick in this one. This one is tough. This is a tough game to pick because I think the teams are evenly matched. I don't trust Notre Dame's quarterback still. I'm gonna take Notre Dame. I lied. The reason why I'm gonna take Notre Dame is because I do believe in their run game. I do believe in their run game and their ability to play defense. I do trust in their ability to play defense. And Louisville, I don't think Louisville has not had a test like this, and they got to pass this test. And I'm not going to pick them to pass the test. So, I'm gonna take Louisville. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm taking Notre Dame. And I'm taking them to cover. And 46.5 is the right number. Because I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game at all. I think it's going to be a tough game for both teams. But I do think that bodes well for Notre Dame. Okay? Then we move on. We have Illinois versus Penn State. And at Penn State, too. Night game. I can't wait to see this one. This is going to be a tougher task than people are giving it credit for because Penn State is seen as 19.5-point favorites. And the point total is 47.5. Now listen, although I'm going to pick Penn State to win the game, I'm picking them to win the game. I think Illinois covers that 19.5. Give me the 19.5 points for Illinois and 47.5. I think they're going to go over that. So give me Penn State winning the game. But I have Illinois covering the 19.5 and they're going over 47.5 points. I think that's how that's going. Then, we holding off. We holding off to the end for what I'm talking about. All right, then you have the night game. Oh, my gosh. Oregon going to UCLA to Pasadena to play against UCLA. So Oregon and UCLA, they are playing each other still, even though they're not in the Big 12 no more. So you got Oregon seen as 25.5-point favorites, and the point total being 55.5. I got Oregon covering that. I got also Oregon winning the game, of course, and I got them going over 55.5 point total. That's not enough points. So I think Oregon's going to run it up tonight. So stay tuned for that, for sure. That's how I got to seeing that game going. But then we got the creme de la creme. We got the best, probably the best game of the year. This is going to be the best game of the year. It's going to be the best game of the year. It got to live up. It got to live up to the billing, the hype. We got number 2 Georgia visiting Takaoka. Yay! Tonight in a showdown. 2 top 5 teams, man. Georgia seen as a 1-point favorite. Over under is 50.5. I've been going back and forth with this game. I've been going back and forth because I think the problem that I'm having with this one is that I think Georgia's offense may be the hiccup, but I think their defense makes up for a multitude of them hiccups on offense. I think Jalen Milroe must be listen, if they're going to win this game, Alabama, Jalen Milroe must be the difference. He has to be. Honorable mention, too, for my Heisman candidates, too, is Jalen Milroe. I just want to put that out there. This is Heisman moment tonight. This gets him on the ladder. He pulls this off, it's on the ladder. So I got to pick. If you're telling me, gun in my head, you got to pick. I'm taking Georgia. I'm taking Georgia to cover the 1 point. 50.5. Take the under on that 50.5 too. I got Georgia winning this game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think Georgia's defense, I'm telling you, that's what I'm talking about. Their offense is cool. They're cool. They got a little bit of guys, but defensively, they got all of them. And I think Alabama's going to be a really tough test for them, especially Jalen Milroe, trying to keep him contained. But I think Georgia got it. I think Georgia wins this game. It's going to be a close, tight game. But I got Georgia winning the game. I do. And covering. And bet the under. So, yeah, listen, man, I appreciate y'all for being with me today, man. Appreciate y'all sitting here with me. Y'all already know the Heisman ladder we just did. Shout out to Cam Ward for pulling off the comeback win last night. You already know the upset of the week and everything. Keep tuning in. We're going to have more and more on the show for you. I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Turn on that bell so you get notified every time that I drop a vid. Listen, College Ball Podcast. I will see you guys next time. Peace.